Yo, what is good YouTube? Richie Kim here. Today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the Under Armour Curry 4. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below if you enjoy content like this. But anyways, let's get right into it. As always guys, starting off with the traction, the Curry 4 features this multi-directional traction pattern. It is not a herringbone traction pattern, and I think that's the first time a Curry model has not featured a herringbone traction pattern. Honestly though, this traction is really nice. It provides really solid traction and a pretty decent bite. The circular traction pattern gives you traction in every single direction. Whether it's linear or lateral, it doesn't matter. Traction is there all the time. One thing I do have to say about this traction though is that it does pick up a decent amount of dust. So you guys will have to wipe depending on how dusty your courts are. For me, you know, my courts are pretty dusty, so I had to wipe pretty often, but after that wipe, traction is solid again, but you do have to consistently wipe every few plays. What I'm really hoping for is that future models of the Curry 4 come out with a solid rubber outsole, because those usually perform better, especially on Under Armour models. So I feel like when a Curry 4 comes out with a solid rubber outsole, the traction will be just that much better. But even though this is a translucent rubber outsole, traction is still pretty good. For traction on the shoe, I would give it a 9 out of 10. So moving on to the cushion, the Curry 4 features Under Armour's proprietary foam compound. And you know, I don't know what that foam is. It's not charged or micro G because they would have stated that it was one of those. And I can tell you just by the feeling of the foam itself, especially when it's on foot, it doesn't feel anything like micro G because it's way too firm to be micro G. And even charged, I think charged is a little bit more forgiving than whatever they used in this shoe. So the cushion in this shoe is very minimal. Even when compared to the Curry 2's charged cushioning, this foam is a lot more firm. The good news is that because it is more firm, you have more stability and responsiveness and court feel, but the area that you lack is that impact protection. So if impact protection is important for you guys, then I would probably not recommend getting a pair of these. But if you guys like that super responsive feeling from a shoe, then the Curry 4s do a really good job of that. So for cushion, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. So moving on to the materials, the Curry 4 features Under Armour's knit upper, and it's very sock-like, but around the sides is a microfiber synthetic quarter panel. That's what Under Armour is calling it. It kind of feels like a synthetic leather, but with a lot more structure. Overall, the materials are pretty nice on the shoe. It does give you a nice one-to-one fit, especially because this is a one booty upper. The knit does a pretty good job of keeping your foot in place, combined with this quarter panel that they used on the sides. And although this is a knit, it doesn't stretch too much, so the shoe keeps its shape. Not only that, but because of the materials that they use, the shoe is very light, and in my opinion it's also pretty breathable, especially with these ventilation holes in the toe box. And so overall material usage is pretty nice on the shoe. So for materials, I would give it a 9 out of 10. So moving on to the fit, the Curry 4s do run true to size. Maybe just a tad bit narrow, but other than that, yeah, it's true to size. With this shoe, you guys have to get your correct size, otherwise they will not fit well. I had two different sizes, and the bigger size, that was a half size big, and I could tell you that it creates a super sloppy fit, but when I went true to size, my fit was just fine. So for the Curry 4s, you guys have to make sure you get your correct size, otherwise the support is gonna suck. The fit is gonna suck. Everything is just gonna suck. Everything hinders around getting your correct size. But when you do get your correct size, this shoe is a beast. For fit, pretty good overall fit. Nice one-to-one fit as well. So for fit, I would give this shoe a 9 out of 10. So moving along with the fit comes the support. And like I said, if you guys don't get your correct size, then the support is going to suck. But when you guys do get your correct size, support is really nice in the shoe. The Curry 4 features an internal heel counter, which really locks your heel in place. Personally, I had no heel slippage or any side-to-side movement on the footbed. What they actually do for extra reinforcement on the lateral side of the shoe is this little plastic outrigger that's not even like on the outsole, but it's just right here, right next to where your pinky toe is, and it really just makes sure that your foot stays in place. And on top of that, for more support, they do have a lateral outrigger on the outsole, and also on the bottom there is a speed plate which helps with the stability and torsional rigidity in the shoe. Overall support is really nice in the shoe as long as you get your correct size. So for support in the Curry 4, I give it a 9 out of 10. The Curry 4 is retail for $130, and I believe that's the same price as the Curry 3s, I think. I could be wrong, maybe slightly cheaper, but the Curry 4s for 130 bucks, definitely worth it. Like I said before, this shoe is definitely made for a guard or someone that relies on quick responsive movements. If you guys like that cushion, do not get these because these do not have that impact protection that you want. But for me, for my play style, these are perfect for me. They do everything that I want. I do wish that it did have slightly better impact protection, but because of how responsive this cushion is, I'm okay with the lack of impact protection. Like, these guys are very minimalistic, so when you want to make a movement really fast, you do it right away and there's no lag in between. For a guard, this is an amazing shoe, and aesthetically, you know, these guys don't look that bad. When I first saw leaked images of the Curry 4, I thought they were trash, as I do with most Curry shoes, but in hand, in person, these things look pretty nice and they're pretty cheap too. So if you guys want to pick up a pair, I don't think you guys will be disappointed unless you're looking for that cushion, because these guys don't have that cushion. That's pretty much it for this review, guys. If you guys liked the video, please hit that subscribe button down below, and also smash that thumbs up button for me, as it really does help me out. While you guys are at it, check out this video on my left and my right, and that's pretty much it. Until next time, peace.